Hello, Chris Mercer here. I'm at the worldwide headquarters of Mercer Capital in Memphis, Tennessee. Today's valuation lesson, it's really a business lesson, is how to avoid problems with the definition of disability in a buy-sell agreement, because that's one of the trigger events that is mentioned in most buy-sell agreements. At the outset of this short video, let me say I am not a lawyer. I am a businessman and a valuation guy. I hope I have no illegal opinions, and I hope the ones that I have are legal. But I'm not trying to practice law. I'm just observing about the definition of disability from a point of view of a businessman and a valuation man who has seen many, many buy-sell agreements over more than 3 decades. So let's read the definition of disability from a real buy-sell agreement, and then we'll parse the words from a business point of view to see why I don't think it will work, and I don't think you would think that it will work. So disability shall be deemed to exist if a shareholder is unable to perform any of such shareholders' assigned duties or responsibilities as an executive officer of the company due to the shareholder's physical or mental disability or illness extending for a period of 8 months out of any consecutive 12-month period. The date of disability shall be deemed to be the last day of the 8th month referred to above. So, what's wrong with that definition? Let's break it down, and once again, I'm not a lawyer, but from a business point of view, because we can all read, a person will be deemed disabled if such shareholder is unable to perform any of such shareholders' assigned duties as an executive officer. Now, that could be to an extreme if one of the assigned duties was to do something upstairs and someone had a problem with a broken leg or a bone issue and couldn't walk up the stairs. That could be deemed a disability. But any. Which ones? What's the standard of performance? Good, average, poor, no performance at all. So deemed disabled if you're unable to perform any duties due to the shareholder's physical or mental illness or mental disability or illness. Well, that sounds to me like a doctor is going to have to determine if you or I or anyone is mentally ill or physically ill or has some illness that is disabling. But there's no mention of a doctor in this buy-sell agreement definition. Extending for a period of 8 months out of any consecutive 12-month period. Well, who's going to keep score? Do we have a doctor on the payroll who's going to walk around and make a judgment about each and every shareholder each and every month? Well, you made it this month, but you didn't make it this month. You made it this month, but you didn't make it this month. I'm making kind of a joke about it, but if there is ever a disagreement, believe me, it won't be a joke. So the date of disability shall be the last day of the 8th month referred to above. Now, who gets to keep the score, as I said? Who says when someone is disabled? Who is going to say, you have been disabled 8 months out of 12 or 8 months out of 10, and therefore you are disabled per the agreement? The bottom line is this is not a workable definition of disability, and it will create problems if there are ever any issues pertaining to the potential disability of any shareholder. So, what's needed? What's needed is an objective standard for disability. The best standard that I've seen so far in any buy-sell agreement is one like the following. A shareholder shall be deemed disabled if the insurance carrier who is carrying the disability insurance on that shareholder determines that the shareholder is disabled and begins to pay under the disability policy. That's objective. The insurance company is third party. The insurance company is arm's length and has no dog in the hunt with respect to the buy-sell agreement. So the standard needs to be objective and clearly defined to avoid problems. In conclusion of this short video, How do we avoid problems with the definition of disability in buy-sell agreements? One suggestion is to let the definition be that of the insurance carrier carrying disability insurance on the life of a particular shareholder. It's important that the shareholders reach agreement on this now and reflect that agreement in the buy-sell agreement, because if they don't, there will be problems down the road, and they will lead, in all likelihood, to valuation problems, if only in specifying the valuation date. Have a great day.